Hello everyone, welcome back to our very own channel, Law Point. This is Renu Thomas, your host again for this episode. In the realm of Indian real estate, mortgages serve as key tools for turning home ownership dreams into reality. Just like picking the right vehicle for a journey, various mortgage options cater to different needs. We have with us Mrs. Praseena Elizabeth Joseph, advocate on record from Supreme Court of India, to explain various mortgages in India and also provide their details. So let's watch this episode.
There are around 6 kinds of mortgages in India. The first is simple mortgage. Here, the mortgager, that is the borrower, retains the possession of the property mortgaged. However, he is personally liable to the lender, that is the mortgagee, that he will repay the borrowed amount. In case the borrower is not able to pay back the amount in time, then the mortgagee, that is the lender, has every right to sell the property where the borrower is in possession, and with the court permission, he can sell the property and appropriate the proceeds of sale to adjust the loan amount. For example, Mr. X borrows money from a bank to purchase a house and he resides in that house. Here, Mr. X is personally liable to pay the bank. However, Mr. X fails to pay that amount, then the bank can sell the house to recover the outstanding amount. Second kind of mortgage is mortgage by conditional sale. Here, there is an ostensible sale by the mortgager, that is the borrower, in favor of the mortgagee, that is the lender. However, the word ostensible means it has the appearance of a sale, but it is really not a sale. In this kind of an arrangement, there is a clause in the sale where it clearly specifies that if the mortgager is able to pay the loan amount, then this particular sale becomes void and the property goes back to the borrower, that is the mortgager. However, if the mortgager fails to pay the loan amount, then the sale becomes absolute and the mortgagee, that is the lender, becomes the absolute owner of the property. Third kind of mortgage is usufructuary mortgage. Here, the borrower, that is the mortgager, gives the possession of the property in favor of the lender, that is the mortgagee, as security. For example, Mr. X borrows money from Mr. Y by using his house as collateral. In this case, Mr. Y can stay in the property in the house of Mr. X till the time Mr. X is able to pay the loan amount back to Mr. Y. The fourth kind of mortgage is English mortgage. Here it has got elements of mortgage by conditional sale. However, this is different to the extent that here the mortgager or the borrower agrees to pay back the loan amount to the mortgagee on a particular date. While borrowing the amount, the mortgager is supposed to execute a sale deed in favor of the mortgagee. Thereby, the mortgagee becomes the absolute owner of the property of the borrower. However, if the borrower, that is the mortgager, is able to pay back the loan amount, then it is the duty of the mortgagee, that is the lender, to retransfer the property back to the mortgager. This English mortgage has resemblance with mortgage by conditional sale. However, it is different to the extent that in mortgage by conditional sale, the mortgagee who receives the property does not become the absolute owner because there is a condition of redemption in the sale itself. However, in English mortgage, the transfer of ownership is complete. However, if the borrower is able to pay back the amount, then he will have to retransfer the property. There is no clause for redemption in the sale, but it is a separate sale which has to take place from mortgagee's side in favor of the mortgager. For example, Mr. X borrows money from Mr. Y using his house as collateral. In this case, Mr. X sells his house in favor of Mr. Y and Y becomes the absolute owner of the house. However, if X is able to pay back the loan amount to Mr. Y, then Mr. Y has to execute a sale deed in favor of Mr. X. The next kind of mortgage is equitable mortgage or mortgage by deposit of title deeds. In this kind of arrangement, the mortgager, that is the borrower, delivers the title deeds of his property using as collateral in favor of the mortgagee, that is the lender. Here there is no written agreement between the mortgager or the mortgagee, but they rely only on the delivery of the physical documents of title deed with the mortgagee. For example, Mr. X borrows money from Mr. Y using his house as collateral. Here Mr. X delivers the original sale deed of this particular house with the mortgagee, that is Mr. Y. The last category of mortgage is anomalous mortgage. It is a combination of the features of the mortgages mentioned before. That means it contains features of simple mortgage and usufructuary mortgage, or in case if the particular mortgage contains features of mortgage by conditional sale or equitable mortgage, then in those cases that kind of mortgages are referred as anomalous mortgage. For example, in usufructuary mortgage, as we have seen, Mr. X gives the possession of the property to Mr. Y, and Mr. Y is able to take the rent out of that particular property and he can stay in that particular house of Mr. X till the time the mortgage amount is paid. However, in this kind of an arrangement, if there is a time specified for Mr. X to repay the loan amount, otherwise this kind of a possession turns into a sale where Mr. Y becomes the absolute owner of the house, then in that case, it is a combination of usufructuary mortgage plus mortgage by conditional sale. Then that particular arrangement is called anomalous mortgage. So these are the different kinds of mortgages in India. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Meet you in the next episode.